Season 2, leadership. Sorry, it's a little dark. Okay, here we go. Season 2, leadership. We are ending our season, and I can't believe it's already the end of our time talking about leadership. Of course, we'll continue in January. We do have one more show with a special guest named Karen Yankovic, who is a specialist on LinkedIn. She's going to share with us some of the things that you should revamp on your LinkedIn to attract others and to get a target audience and who you can attract and do business with. She's fantastic. Don't miss it. It's next Wednesday as I'm traveling next Thursday. So our special live show will be next Wednesday, the 6th at 1:30 in the afternoon with Karen Yankovic. You do not want to miss it. But let's do a little summary of everything that we've shared now with the leadership and all the roles. And I wanted to just do some highlights, talk about what it is to be a leader. What were the things that we discussed in case you missed anything? And you're welcome to say hello, to ask me questions. I see some people are there. Hello, everybody. Great to see you, and I hope that you enjoy it. So what is a leader? When we first started, we started to talk about what is a leader. A leader is one that can influence others to follow. A good leader is able to also empower, take the organization from one stage to another by recruiting great teams, empowering that team, and making sure that the organization overall gets there. But there's so much more. We talked about mindset. We talked about having passion. We talked about having a why we do this. As leaders, this journey is long. It is not a short journey if you want to be successful. As anything in life, whether it's parenting or investments or starting a business, everything takes a long time. So, how do we know that we are a great leader? And John Maxwell talked about 5 leaderships. And they say that the first one is when you think of, that's my position. I was in position as a leader. So therefore, I'm a leader. But he says, no, that's just the entry level. Can you build relationships? How are you with your team, with other resources, with your vendors? What kind of relationship you have? What kind of reputation can you build? Can you produce? That's level 3. Level 4, people development. And we spoke about that intensively. So, and then earning the respect. Are you a leader that people call you a leader and you don't have to say that I am a leader? So we talked about the stages. We also talked about the qualities of a leader. The leader has a clear vision, has courage and integrity. It has humility. And I emphasized about this in our past videos because we don't have all the answers. As leaders, we always have to rely and leverage of other people's knowledges. And sometimes it could be your employee who has more knowledge on something that you want to do. Sometimes it's, who you network with. Or maybe you have a mentor. Or maybe you have a coach. And staying humble and realizing that you don't have all the answers and there's mistakes that you're going to make. And I love Jack Welch because he says, on one of his business deals, he lost millions of dollars for the organization. And it was very humbling, right? To lose at that level. I mean, I was depressed with just a little bit of money. Imagine losing millions. I don't know if I can go to work again, especially if I'm an employee of an organization. And to realize that sometimes you do all the time have to rely on other people's expertise and be humble around to ask for help. And it's okay to ask for help. A great leader knows how to do that. As a matter of fact, the great leader knows how to pick right people with the right talents to get the organization, not you, the organization to where it needs to be. That's a great leader. So they're able to ask questions. They're able to focus. What are some of the rules of success? You definitely cannot be a procrastinator, right? You have to be a person that creates the lists and gets to it and gets it done. So a clear vision in the leadership has to be very detailed. You cannot start, I just want to do this and I want to do that and I'm not sure where I'm going. No one wants to follow someone that doesn't have that clear vision. But most importantly, can you share your why? Why are you doing what you're doing? What does it fulfill inside of you? Because when people see you excited about something and they see the why and they are right there with your why, they will push together with you to get you where you need to be. So yes, the behaviors, of course, we talked about being innovative, being inquisitive, having intense curiosity, a great listener. Someone said to me, well, Esther, why do you feel that you're a great salesperson? I said, I ask few questions and I listen a lot. And, if you listen, you really get to hear who that person is. It doesn't take that long to figure it out. Some people say, oh, you need months and months of relationship. Well, not really. People really tell you early on, you just have to listen. So, we also had guests. We had Doug Brown, who talked about the formula of success, to having that attitude and having that plan and being able to execute to get the results that you want. And if you missed it, it is in our archives in the YouTube. He goes over a very detailed plan on how to get you there to be successful. We also had Sal Levatino, who talked about the next level, that small business that wants to now expand and hire. And how do you hire and who do you target and what do you have to put into place? And he talked about implementing, the positions and having roles and having it detailed so that when that employee comes in, they know exactly what to do and how to execute. And also Jeanette Iglesias, which was one of my favorites. Jeanette talked about emotional intelligence and how we have to be self-aware about our biases, and it's not that it's funny. It's a serious situation, and sometimes we say things and we do things based on biases that are not true. And becoming very aware of that and knowing that you're not always right and that you need to ask more questions than make assumptions. We all know that, but hard sometimes to implement, right? She also talked about when you're dealing with somebody that's very empowering and powerful and very dominant, and you are more quiet and more analytical and maybe not so strong-willed. And how do you handle a person when they're so strong-willed, and how do you stop them from them doing an overrode over you, and dominating you by asking a question, by making sure that your voice is heard. And same thing with the person who's dominant, taking time to slow down and listen. I have a type A personality. I'm sure you can tell. And but the reality is that as the years pass by, I get better at staying quiet and listening more, observing. I do a lot of observations. So we had those guests, which were wonderful, and I hope that if you go back to YouTube, you can enjoy them. They were fantastic speakers. And we also had another speaker to talk about PR, how to get your business out there with purpose, right? What is it that you want your organization to be known for? And she's on the YouTube only. Her name is Shakira Brown, and she gave some great advice on how to market your organization that has more than just work, but meaning, helping communities, helping those nonprofits. So you don't want to miss that. Make sure you watch that. So what's the modern way of attracting talent? In today's market, it is about social media. So I advise that be careful what you post, be careful what you hit like, because those people who are looking for talent are searching you through your Facebooks and your LinkedIn and your Twitters and making judgments on the activities that you are involved with and the pictures that you post. And you might have great talent and ability, but if your behaviors are not consistent with that great talent, they're not going to hire you. So important that you are manifesting publicly who you truly are. So being authentic to yourself and making sure that your messages are consistent with the type of person that you are. Also talking about not always looking for great talent. You don't always have to hire everybody that has high education. You can give an opportunity to those that might not have as high of education but have strong work ethics. Someone that wants an opportunity, take the chance give back, help those that are underserved and not noticed. I love doing that. I live for that because I was that girl that many people said no to. And so I say yes to the people that people say no to. So make sure that you have a percentage of your people in your organization diversified, from diversity backgrounds, and recognize them and mentor them and help them and let them be. And like Jack Welch says, it's a win. It's a game for everyone to win. Empower others. Give opportunities to those that normally won't get it. By seeing that drive and that desire of succeeding. So be careful of just only hiring the top of the line. Hire those that are hungry as well. We also talked about some of the things that companies are now, people that are looking for when they're looking for work. They are no longer looking for just compensation. It was very interesting to me because I saw that people were looking for much more than just compensation. They want to know the company's culture, the reputation of that manager. Are they fair? Are they empowering? Do they steal ideas? Are they collaborative? The number one thing that people are looking for is, do I have an opportunity to learn and grow? Very important. Hi, James. So have the quality of the manager. What's the management style? Am I going to have freedom? And is it collaborative or is it dictatorship? What is your level of management? Is there advancement of opportunity to advance within the organization? Is the job interesting? Does it have a why? And so when I saw this, I saw that the bottom of the list was compensation. As business owners, we worry, especially for small business owners, we worry like, oh my God, I don't have enough money to give this huge pay to someone. And yet, even though people do need to make money, and we need to build businesses that can provide high income, absolutely. In the beginning, when we first started, right, it's very hard. I know when I first started, it was $8 an hour, and then it went to 10, and then to 15, and it keeps going up. So we need to help empower our team. And who wins in this business world? Bottom line, are you passionate about what you're doing? Do you have a why you're doing it? Are you willing to help people? Are you willing to contribute to society? Overall, as a leader, this is who we need to become, or you need to be, in order to influence and impact not only in the team within your organization, but the outside world. My name is Esther Tanis with the Journey of Entrepreneur. I hope this was of help to you. Next week with Karen Yankovic, it is going to be fantastic. Do not miss it. If you're in sales and you're trying to build relationships through LinkedIn, how to do it effectively, how to be proactive, and she'll give you all the techniques. Again, this is Esther Tanis with the Journey of Entrepreneur. This is being sponsored by Esther Inc. Insurance Agency, your local insurance agency. Your protection, our priority. I hope to see you next Wednesday. Have a fantastic day.